afternoon, everyone. This is Nancy from Neha Inc. here at the Camp Street Handball courts located at the intersection of Cambridge Street and Camp Street. Another handball location.
This is one of our primary courts, but it's in disrepair. And just kind of, we like to play here sometimes. It's a highly visible location. It's probably our last semi-3-wall court that we don't really use for 3-wall, but we had great tournaments here. But this stuff here is hard to maintain something like that. When you do a cement thing like stucco, you have to have somebody come in, like a company come in and actually go across the whole wall, and maybe even get it down to where, because if not, see, you have a lot of funny bounces. So if you wonder why people won't use a court, if you have something better not far away, that's where you're gonna go. But see this? This is crazy. It's a lot. So it's like if you start doing something, it becomes like an all-day job. You know what I mean? Some of this, I will probably have to come down and grind it down a little better. But that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill in the hole. But I just had some extra concrete that I had from over there. It's going to get hard. That we were doing at Crompton Park, and it's going to be just in the trash. That's what I mean. Check out the core there. But I think what I'd rather do is come with like a grinder and grind and smooth this out as low as I can, and then put a little layer on it. Because this is really bad. And if you put something on it, it'll be gone in a short period of time. The problem with this location is going all out on it and then having the problem of people coming in here and misusing it. You know what I mean? Because if the players are not playing as much, and people come, like the other court, there was some holes on it for somebody doing their hurling, and hurling is a great sport. So there's never a diss against a sport, just like baseball, fantastic sport. But, the walls are not really good for that, because they're brittle and they break. These are not, this has a skim coat on it. See, it's like a fiberglass skim coat. So it's just gonna crack and mess it up, for any kind of real good usage. So people, and then it's gonna be empty. You know what I mean? It's not that people don't want to, but if you got something a little bit better, you're gonna go over there. But anyway, here I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, because a lot of these high points are rather, and then the stuff that doesn't really come out, you just feather it in. You can't go too crazy, because like I said, we're trying to get courts here, and it's been, battle for a long time. It was, thank God we got a Crompton Park, but, we needed to run a bigger event. You probably need at least 4 courts. If not, you're gonna, you gotta cut people short, games short.
However, the park grant is in progress, but we have to wait and see by November of 2025 how the process goes. And eventually, this location is going to have 4 one-wall handball courts with fencing and lighting. Let's hope it goes through smoothly.
Yeah, we still want to come and play here sometimes. It's a little bit closer than the other Crompton court, so we get home a little faster. Not that the Crompton's not that far from us, this is a little bit closer. But this location, we don't want to lose it, especially if we're going to end up with 4 courts. So that's why we continue to fight and do what we do. Like I said, I'm not a master at this, and to do it really good, I would have to grind all of this down and get it so that way, and then probably put a bounding kind of thing, you know what I mean? So that way the concrete or stucco type stuff can stick a little better. But you can't have loose stuff, like the loose paint or loose, concrete and stuff like that. So a lot of these things are not a one-person job either, It gets a little bit taxing when you're trying to balance your own personal schedule and trying to jump out and do this kind of stuff. Let me actually take some of this and put it in the trash. We have painted it. We've been maintaining this court for a long time. This is the oldest court we got. Over, say it's about 50 years old maybe or more. And that side is falling apart too. if you got to maintain, you shouldn't have to, like, if you did something every 5 years is one thing. But it's almost like every year you have to do something to this court. So after a while, you get tired, you know what I mean? And you're just going to go to the other court because while you're doing one in one court, the other one's falling apart. Or it's being misused. And that's a problem with Crompton. If people are going there, if they don't want the floors to rollerblade and skate on, or do other stuff, they want the walls to play baseball and to do the hurling or even lacrosse. Lacrosse could be kind of hard. It's like another great sport, but there's things for things, you know what I mean? And if these sports are just falling already, you don't want something to come in because their sports, we don't go over there and affect their sports at all. We don't run through a field and start doing handball drills. And there's nothing that we could possibly do that would ruin their court. I think what they would have to deal with is more if somebody comes in with cars and stuff. I noticed there that they put some dirt on there, so I wonder if they're going to be doing something in the field, which is good for the park. It's just a lot of maintenance.
New name, Nuevos Comienzos, in progress. Formerly called the House of Worship. So there is worshiping going on right now. New beginnings, nuevos comienzos. Look at that. Not as easy as it looks, because that hole is big. That other hole is big. Here he comes.
Just falls out, you know what I mean? So.
No quiere.
It's tricky, like I said. Yeah, it's the material, you gotta let it stick more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where these things, and what happens is, when we make these videos, and you get a bunch of suggestions of how to do it, but nobody comes out and does it. And I always have a problem with that, It's like if you see someone, someone should give that person food, and you got like a bag of food in your car. Someone should give that person some money, and your wallet is loaded. You know what I mean? I say, damn. And you got somebody with $2 in their pocket, and they give it to the person. I'm the guy with the $2.
Está pelado.
Pelado. Look at this.
It needs bonding.
No, it's not. It's just not.
Ahora, ve, like you're making sandcastles. Right?
You gotta do it in pieces, because
Yeah.
if not, you gotta I'm not a mason. We do what we gotta do. I'm not a masonry guy. Sometimes you get lucky, you do something. But sometimes you have skilled people around us. They just if they're not getting paid, and then the thing is, even if you find a little bit of money for them.
Are you getting paid?
Oh.
Where?
Never.
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 Somebody
that we
it's
call
an inside joke.
Yeah.
Because I invited them to bring their child to a handball clinic mini tournament, and they said never. I'm like, okay. Don't get all
prominent
messed
handball
up with
family.
me. Sí, algo así.
Yeah. That's an individual. That's.
Como que never. Y ese es el apodo de él. Never.
Well, the issue is that. Remember the thing I was saying? Sometimes people they like the sport, or they loved it at one point, but they won't share with their children.
I never had an interaction with this person, but to come out like that to me, that was like mad rude.
Me, But no, what can you do? gonna do that too. We don't play 3-wall like that, right? On these, we love 3-wall, but we don't play 3-wall on these. But I still like the option. The problem is, the walls are there, and if they look all messed up, to me, it's contagious. It's like it makes the rest of the wall look bad. So the whole wall should be kind of addressed. And at the same time, it would be nice to play a little 3-wall anyway. You know, it's not, before they knock down this wall, I always wanted to have a fun mini seawall tournament, you know. Basically, we're going to be playing 1 wall with the option of, you see some 3-wall, short 3-wall shots. It'll be fun. I mean, we've played it, but remember we had a 3-wall at Castle Park in Worcester. That wall was a little longer.
But these walls are too short.
No, they are too short, but I'm just saying. But they're still in the way for 1 wall. And I hate stopping the rally. You're in the middle of a good rally and it hits the side one, now it's no good. We could have just kept it going. See, once you get to this part, it's like rocky, so I'm just putting something there. Just covering that hole. You need this better, like that little tool there. I forgot what they call it, but it's like a little cement like trolley thing. It's made for it. It's like a shaped like a V. I don't even know the name of it right now. So I didn't forget everything. I might even take all that off.
All right, people, this is what we'll decided to do today on this lovely Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Bye, everybody.